Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to the next series of the Bespoke Financial Solutions. Here we are with the Brokers Insight series. My name is Jade. I am a finance broker at Alecto Finance, and today I am interviewing Peter Kennedy. Now, just before we get started, if anyone does have any questions throughout the series, please feel free to pop them in the comments below. Otherwise, you can also pop them in the chat in the StreamYard service. Now, Peter, how are you today?
Very well, Jade. Thanks for having me along.
That's all right, Peter. Now, please give us a bit of an introduction. What is it you do with Alecto Finance?
Sure. So my role at Alecto Finance, I'm one of the finance brokers here. So I've got an extensive background with all sorts of different finance for individuals, for business. So anything from cash flow to residential to commercial to developments to planes, whatever people need money for, I help arrange that as part of the Alecto team.
Beautiful. Now, we do have some questions for you today, Peter.
Sure.
I will get started with the first one. So, Peters are currently doing construction and development loans.
Yeah, so we've really found in recent times that a lot of the majors are moving away from this sort of type of funding, and it's made it really, really challenging for a lot of people to get the type of finance that they would have previously from the majors. So we're finding now that there are what are called second-tier lenders and also private lenders, and a lot of these are names and institutions that people have never heard of, and for a lot of people, they'd never be able to find them. So it's very much an important part of what we do at Alecto is to make sure we have great relationships with these, private lenders, and just the second-tier lenders and what have you. So it's really, really important what we do. And what we're finding is that with these private lenders, second-tier lenders, there's sort of three pillars that they look at with specialty development stuff. It's the cost of the land, it's the cost of the build, and then the end value. So we have found that there has been a rise in the cost of the land and the cost of the build, but sometimes the end value isn't necessarily as strong as what it may have been previously. So, and these are some of the challenges that many people are finding, especially with their major lenders. So it's a really tricky part of that type of finance for a lot of people. So the landscape has changed.
Definitely. And what would you say are some of the most sought after types of business loans currently? Has this preference changed recently, or?
Yeah, there's a lot of need for cash flow lending. And cash flow lending traditionally with the majors, they really want bricks and mortar to secure it. And for a lot of businesses, they just don't have the capacity to offer property to do that. So this is where, say, the fintech lenders come in. And just as a slight example, they might look at, say, your last 6 months credits and income into the business and then lend against that. So it's quite different to what has traditionally happened in this space. So getting the information together and to present it to a particular lender that's going to be palatable for them and attractive to them is very much part of what we do.
Perfect. And have you observed any shifts in the interest rates offered by lenders for business loans? And if so, what factors do you think are contributing to those changes?
Yeah, look, we really find that it's so much about a solution in this type of environment. And some people might get thrown an attractive rate, maybe 8.99%, as opposed to a rate of 9.9%. And human nature might be, yep, I'm going to grab the 899 because it's a better way to go. But what you might actually find with that is that 899 might have an additional 1% fee per month. So I'll say that again, 1% fee per month over and above the 899, whereas the 999 won't necessarily have that. Okay, so, and there's also, it's the extra detail of that offer as well. What are maybe some of those hidden things? And some of them may be that there's a 90-day discharge fee of interest. So you might get a cheap rate, you have the loan for a short period of time, you pay it out, and then you find out you've got another 3 months to pay. So don't be attracted purely by the rate, because it can really come back and bite you if you're not aware of what it is that you're actually signing up for. And that's very much a part of what we need to do, is to go through that detail and present a suitable solution for you. So, yeah, it's really important.
Definitely is. And I guess that's where the benefits of using a broker and someone from Alecto in those situations would really come in. So how has the rise of alternative lenders impacted the traditional business loan landscape in Australia? And do you think that they're becoming more competitive for specific loan types?
Yeah, it's one of the things that frustrates a lot of businesses, and it also frustrates us as well, because a lot of this, business and commercial finance, it's about getting a solution and getting a quick solution. So if you've got delays in getting an assessment done, if you're getting delays in actually getting the funding done, it can be the difference between actually winning a contract and not winning a contract. So, we really focus on, okay, what is it you need, when do you need it by? So they become very, very important to make sure that you can complete and commit to that contract. Because if you can't, you're going to miss out on a great opportunity. So, getting a quick, easy solution for us in this particular space is very much paramount for what we do.
And what advice would you give to Australian businesses seeking a business loan in today's current market?
First and foremost, don't just go to a lender that you've always gone to and go directly. The reason being is that their policies may have changed, their appetite may have changed, and you'll have no idea that that's happened. And what they tend to do is they'll run a credit check. And what happens with a credit check is that your credit score will be impacted by every lender that actually does an inquiry on it. So you might run around to 2 or 3 different lenders, and then you found out, oh my goodness, I've diminished my credit file, and then it can make it harder and harder. So that's certainly something to look at. The other thing is, at Alecto, we spend an enormous amount of our time building relationships with these lenders, from the major lenders to the second tier, to the private lenders, to the fintechs. They know Alecto. They know who we are. So if we have a particular deal that we want to workshop, we can get to regional people, national people. We can just get to the people that can make these decisions fairly quickly. And even amongst the Alecto group, we do a lot of workshopping amongst ourselves, because there might be some of us that have had, maybe a different appetite in a particular field, and we can certainly help and support each other. So we do all that work in the background while you continue to go and run your business. So businesses are expertise in their area as we are in ours. So you really need to engage a broker, an experienced broker that can be that really important asset to your business, part of your team. Because if you have a weakness in your team in any form of business, your chances of failing are going to be increased. So plug the hole, get the expertise in, and make sure that you've got that person. And we spend a lot of time talking to accountants. So you might have a manufacturing business or something like that, and they're head down, bum up, working on whatever it is they're working. They're not spending a lot of times with their accountant trying to workshop finance solutions. Get us to speak to your accountant. We'll just take that off the table for you, and let us work with your accountant. We have an introduction with your accountant, and we workshop it, and with your accountant we then provide a particular solution for you. So we're really passionate about what it is that we do, and it's, at the end of the day, it's just getting that solution.
Definitely. And I think that really does kind of sum up what we do at Alecto as well. It's going that extra mile for the client and making sure that we're getting them the overall best solution, not just the best rate, as you mentioned. So now that is all we've got time for today. We do want to keep this fairly short and sweet. So if anyone does want to reach out to either myself or Peter in regards to any of your finance needs, all of our details will be in the section below. You can also jump through the website, www.alectofinance.com. Thanks again for joining us today. Be sure to tune into the next series of the Broker's Insight, which will be next month, and enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Thanks again, Peter.
Thanks, Jade. Appreciate it.
See you later.
Okay, bye.